Hi, my name is J Clendaniel, and I'm making this video to tell a story about my wife who was murdered. She was 39 years old, and she was murdered by the asbestos industry. Her name was Susan Clendaniel, and this is a picture of her. You can see she's very young. She's a pretty woman, young, mother of two children, whom she loved very, very, very much. Susan was 37 years old when she was diagnosed with her cancer, and it was called malignant mesothelioma. And it's caused by one thing and one thing only, and that is asbestos exposure. Most people that are diagnosed with this cancer are older people. They're 60s or 70s, and that's because they were, asbestos has been outlawed since the early 80s, mid 80s. It's been outlawed in the United States, but there's a lot of construction workers, ship workers, people working in shipyards, or construction people, painters, glass manufacturers that use this product. So this cancer, mesothelioma, it takes like 15 to 45 years to be diagnosed, before you're diagnosed, before it actually comes out. It's a cancer that hides basically in the body, and after it does show itself, it's usually too late. Usually when people are diagnosed, they're at stage 4. And that was the same with my wife. When she was diagnosed, she was stage 4. She had like 2 months to live when, less than 2 months, like 6 weeks to live when she was diagnosed. I took her to a hospital in Philadelphia, a wonderful hospital named Fox Chase Cancer Center, and Fox Chase put her in a clinical study to try and save her. And the one good thing, there was a lot of hope, because where she was so young, they were able to be very aggressive with her treatments. And like I said, most of the time the people that would have this cancer are older, in their 60s and 70s, and their body isn't able to handle the aggressive treatment that's needed, that was thought would be needed to cure this cancer. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to beat the cancer. The cancer beat her. The one thing that my wife really wanted, well, there's a lot of things, but one thing my wife really wanted, she wanted to be able to tell her story to a jury, and to be able to tell her story about her pain, her suffering, her dreams and hopes for life, her goals in life, all the things that she was going to miss, like being a grandmother, watching her youngest son graduate from high school, watching her boys get married. So, there was so many things in life that she was going to miss, and she wanted to be able to tell a jury this. Not only did the asbestos manufacturers take her life, but they also took away her opportunity to tell her story, because they all turn around and they file for bankruptcy, and so she never had her day in court. And now, even after her passing, I won't be able to tell her story in court either. But what I did was, I promised her that I would make sure that she wouldn't be forgotten, and that I would do everything I could to tell her story. What I did is I wrote a book. And the book I wrote, it's called, here it is here, it's called Angel Pins. And the reason it's called Angel Pins is because my wife used to wear an angel pin in hope that that she would be cured from this disease, and hope that an angel would wrap their arms around her and cure her. I'm hoping that what I like for everyone to do, and that's what I'm making this video for, is to go to this. Here's my book and the ISBN, and here's the website that I have for it, and it's called, my book's called Angel Pins. The ISBN is ISBN 1-4241-2560-X, and the website, if you can see it, it's called www.freewebs.com/Clendaniel, Clendaniel. And that site shows, has an excerpt of my book. I have a chapter there, It has a little synopsis, and it just tells a little bit about, just gives a little detail about the book, and also tells where you can go to buy it. Right now, the book is being offered. It is available for purchase at these sites at www.publishamerica.com. Let me try and get this up good. And at www.barnesandnoble.com. And what you could do is when you go to those sites, you can just do a search and type in Angel Pins, or type in the ISBN number, which is 142412560X. But you'd probably be better off just to type in Angel Pins, okay, for the book. I would recommend that if you do want to purchase the book, that you purchase it through Publish America, because it is cheaper if you buy it through there. That is the actual publisher. I'm asking that people do buy the book for a couple reasons. One is so that they can get to hear my wife's story like she wanted everyone to hear, and so that we can get the message out about asbestos and how bad asbestos is, and for people, how the suffering that they had to go through. One thing I want to say too, that I'm not in no way do I say that I'm a writer, because I'm not a writer, but I tried to. I'm sure this book could have been written a lot better, but what I did was I'm asking that you just focus on the person in this book, who this book is about, who is again, who is Susan. I ask that you focus on her. It was her pain, her suffering, and just listen to her story, what kind of person she was, and the tragedy of her life being cut short the way it was, and just to focus on, that she wanted to be able to tell her story. One of the dreams that she had was to be able to sit on her front porch and rock her grandchildren. She'll never get to do that. The one thing too is, from this cancer, people that have this cancer suffer horrible, just like they do any cancer. But with this cancer, like my wife had it in her lungs, it goes into the lining of your organs, like the lining of your lungs, or lining of your stomach, the lining of your heart. It doesn't spread throughout the body. So this was in the lining of her lungs and acted like a pair of hands. And what it would do is squeeze her lungs. And one of the things that she told me was that she felt like she had a bag of her head with holes in the bag, and every day somebody would cover one of the holes up, making it difficult for her to breathe. And she ended up suffocating to death, and it's a very horrible death. So again, I'm hoping that everyone would please, give my book a chance. Again, go to this site, www.freewebs.com/Clendaniel. There it is. Go to that site and just check it out. Look at the chapter that I have there. Read the chapter I have. Please leave me a comment on the book, and if you can, there's links there on where to purchase the book. If you just want to go to a site to buy it, just go to www.publishamerica.com. And thank you for looking at my video.